Hi and welcome. My name is Trent Chapman. I'm going to walk you through a strategy we use in several of our businesses, and we've generated hundreds of thousands of leads online and taken through the same exact funnel. So this isn't a theory. This isn't something we're just testing out. For years, we've been using this process. I'm going to share with you exactly step by step what we do in the process we take our leads through to automatically generate appointments for our salespeople. So we call this the Autopilot appointment funnel, and we're going to go first through why would you use this funnel. The one thing that we do that's different is that we don't rely on email for this funnel to work. We use text messaging in addition to email, and we use text messaging because it has a high open rate, and we send along short videos through text. When they click on those links and then watch those, we help to motivate and educate them so that they're ready to make a buying decision. Now, because we're using an automated text message nurture and engagement campaign, it allows us to connect with more of our leads, and more of them are watching our messages versus email. And therefore, we have a higher throughput to appointment, meaning higher number of people are going to schedule an appointment of all the leads we generate. So we also use text message reminders to increase our follow-up for our appointments. Therefore, we have higher attendance of our actual appointments or demos or whatever you're doing to sell in your business. Will help you increase that number of people that show up that schedule a demo or schedule an appointment with your sales team. And then lastly, it's really easy to start a conversation by text message. Once people text back and forth a little bit, they become comfortable, and it's very easy to transition into a phone call at that point. Versus before, we used to just go straight to the phones and start to call people when they came in as new leads, and we were having much more conversion, much better conversations, going from text message leading to a phone call. So those are things to keep in mind as I go through the strategy here. Now, imagine for a moment that every day you go in as a salesperson, and you have people that are saying, hey, I want more information, I'm ready to go. And they're go ahead and scheduling a call. You just answer some questions with that person, and they make a buying decision. And that's what we provide for our salespeople. And salespeople love this. Now, if you're a salesperson yourself and you're looking to this for your team, this will excite you because you're like, okay, I don't like doing cold calls, and I don't like dealing with leads that haven't actually showed interest. This process takes your leads and filters those to the top that are interested, that raise their hand and say, hey, I want more information, I'm going to schedule an appointment. You answer a few questions, and then they make a buying decision at that point in time. Now, if you're doing 5 to 10 plus scheduled calls a day as a salesperson, and you don't have to worry about doing outbound cold calling, your life is pretty good, and you're pretty excited about going to work every day. So what we like about this process is our salespeople are always motivated, always happy, always excited, because we're taking the heavy lifting away from the sales process, and they're focused on conversations with qualified leads. Now, if you're doing this process for your business, you can generate easily dozens of autopilot appointments, and this is for each of your salespeople. And these cost us around $20 to $60 per appointment, depending on the industry, depending on the business. There's some businesses that will fall outside of that. Few will be lower than that. Some will be higher than that, but that's kind of the range we've seen for most businesses that sell B2B or business to consumer. And again, your price point dictates if you're going to sell by phone, right? If I'm selling a $20 widget, I'm probably not going to be using this type of a funnel, but I'm selling a high value item or something that has a high lifetime value, then that's where this kind of funnel makes sense. Now, what we're going to talk about now is how do you create your strategy in order to increase your appointments and your sales, to convert more leads from all the sources you're generating leads from, and to only speak to the motivated and educated prospects. As a salesperson, again, this is critical. Your morale and your momentum are high when you're consistently talking to educated and motivated people who just have a few questions, and they need to be educated on a few more things or answer a few questions, and they make a buying decision. Now, with this process, we can qualify our leads as much or as little as we want. So at the beginning, we were generating a lot of extra appointments, but the conversion was kind of low to where our salespeople weren't as happy. And so all we had to do is add a few steps in there to qualify better the leads and reduce the number of leads, increase the cost per appointment, but our revenue per appointment drastically went up, and the satisfaction of our sales team and our actual profit and revenue per lead actually went up because we're talking to more of the right people. I'm going to show you an example of a funnel here. Let's say we have a lead capture. In this case, it's a Facebook ad. And in that lead capture, we're asking them if we can send them information by text and by email. Some will say yes to both. Some will say email only. That's fine. We'll text those that say yes to texting and link with a video. Now that video will educate them on something that they should know about our business, about the benefits of our product or service. That way that they have more information to make a buying decision. And then we're going to send out a series of text messages over the next couple of weeks, 5 to 10 messages with short videos, 1 to 3 minutes long, again, highlighting the benefits of our product or service. And lastly, the goal there of each of these short videos is to push them to a longer video. That longer video is actually going to do the selling. The majority of the selling is done in that education piece. Depending on your business, you might skip this step. You might just jump right to scheduling an appointment. But we find that if you want to qualify and talk to leads that are prepared, so your sales conversations are shorter, it's best to push them through this 30 to 90 minute sales video first and then go to the scheduled appointment. But again, if you're not having enough appointments, you might jump from these short videos right to a scheduled appointment. And we have a text message reminder that goes out to remind them of the appointment and to resell them on why they should show up. So some of the benefits of the product or service and why they should show up for their appointment. And then on that call, we answer some questions and we make some sales. Now, I'm going to show an example of how a lead ad works. A lead ad is basically a type of Facebook marketing tool. Instead of them leaving Facebook to go to my website, they stay within Facebook by clicking Learn More. They'll go to a form that's pre-populated with information that comes from their Facebook profile. And then we just ask them a question. In this case, we're asking them, would you like to receive more this video immediately by text? And so we're asking the question to get a text opt-in. And most people will say yes to that. Usually about 80 to 85% of our leads are opted into text. And then once they click on the view website, it'll take them to the video, as well as the text message we send them takes them to the video. The goal here, though, is that we're gathering their information to be able to call them or text them to follow up with them as a new lead. And so that question is a critical part of making sure our lead ad actually pulls in the data we want so that we can follow up and sell to them in the way we want to, which is by text message. Now, if I don't have their number and I don't ask for permission to text, I'm obviously missing a huge part of this whole sales funnel, which is the ability to communicate by text. Now, with our text follow-up, we send an initial text, and we might send another one a couple days later, like I mentioned, with a short video, another one a few days later. And then we'll start asking questions at this point. We'll send these videos selling the benefits, and then we invite them again to watch that 30 to 60-minute sales video. Then I might send a question on day 7, day 10, when these questions are designed to be open-ended, and we call them conversation starters. Now, basically, a conversation starter is a question that gets the conversation going by asking them something that they might easily reply to, and then from there we might go into more difficult questions. So I'm not going to ask, in this point, I'm not going to say, hey, are you ready to buy? That's not the type of open-ended question we want to ask them. We want to ask them a question such as, hey, I noticed that you clicked on the video, if you're tracking that. I noticed you clicked on this video, and I just wondering if you had any questions about what you saw in there. Or, hey, did you get a chance to watch that video where we talk about these 3 benefits? What did you think? And we're just trying to get a response to see if they're engaging. And if they do, those live replies come back in, and our team's able to chat with them and then lead to a scheduled call or a phone call right then. Now, as we push them to this 30 or 90-minute video, we're basically giving them a short video that's educating them on why they would be interested in our product or our service. And then we have that training video that they click the button below the video that's the short video to go to the longer video. And this helps us to have a better conversion of people watching the full thing. So we're selling them in this short video on why they should invest the time to spend 30 minutes to an hour, hour and a half watching this video on our product or service. Now again, this is probably not ideal for a widget or a low price sale. This is the type of process that works really well for a sale that is a high ticket value sale. Now, when I say high ticket, that can range depending on what you perceive to be high ticket, but usually at least $1,000 value of a customer. Most of the time, we like to see a $3,000 to $5,000 value range or up. So there's a lot of different industries where this works. It just depends on the type of sales process and if education and motivation are an important part of getting them to make a buying decision. So that's the goal of this 30 to 90-minute video. And from there, we have them text in a keyword. For example, we might have them text the word success. Oh. And then when they text the word success, it's basically going to give them the opportunity to schedule an appointment. They click that link, and then they're able to choose a time to book an appointment with us. Now, the reason why we do this is we want to make this low friction, make it easy. Some businesses say, oh, I can't do that. They've got to call me. There's probably a way to schedule in whatever your business uses on the back end to work with some sort of a calendaring appointment scheduling software. But anyway, that's a topic for another time. But the point is as they schedule an appointment, we're allowing them to go through this process of education, show an interest, and book an appointment. And part of this process is it helps to position you as someone that is a resource for them to get education and information, and that your time is valuable, but that they're allowed to schedule a time that works for them. Now, with this, we have an automated SMS reminder, a text message that goes out, and we send one a day before and an hour before the call. The reason we do the two of them is one of them might be to give them a video that ignites their interest again, reminds them why they scheduled in the first place, and then an hour before, just, hey, we have a call in an hour, I'll call you that time, or jump on this link to join our screen share or demo, whatever the case may be. Now, as I mentioned earlier, one of the benefits of having a live two-way texting process here is that as I'm sending these automated text messages, they may have a question or something might come up. And so in this case, for example, if someone says, hey, my schedule changed, can we chat later on instead? Well, if we have two-way texting, it allows us to have this back and forth conversation and be able to communicate with them of any changes. And this, again, makes it so that we have better overall customer experience or prospect experience, which then increases our sales conversions. Now, what are the results from this? Well, as an example, one of our businesses, our cost per appointment dropped from over $100 to $20, increased our conversion from 1 in 8, to 1 in 8 versus 1 in 30 plus before, simply by having a text message process going to an automated scheduling appointment. It drastically increased our lead conversion, and our cost per appointment dropped considerably. And this also means that we have a lower marketing cost and lower commission per sale, because if our salespeople are making a sale for every 8 to 10 calls versus every 30 to 40, we can pay them a lower commission rate and they'll still be happy. If they're not making very many sales, we have to pay them a higher percentage of that sale in order to keep them motivated and happy. So there's a lot of benefits for the business owner as well when you can lower that marketing cost and then lower that commission per sale, because they're having only to talk with people who are highly interested and highly qualified. Now, if you want to get more information about how you can set up your own Autopilot appointment funnel, let's chat. You can go ahead and schedule a one-on-one call with myself or a team member, and then we'll discuss your strategy and create a plan for you, and then refer you out to some resources for that. Now, this is a no-cost call. We do provide some services for those that need it, but again, this is more of just hey, we will give you an honest strategy based on your business and your industry, what would be a good plan for you. And we believe in giving, because we always see that as a way to receive back as well, because the more that we share and the more we give, the more reciprocity we see in our business. So we're not worried about making money off of every single person we talk to. It's more about finding a good fit for those that would be a good fit for our business, whether it be you need some of our services. But in any case, we're going to discuss a strategy and create a game plan to help you out. And whether you work with us now or in the future, that's not a big deal for us. We know that if you have a good success with your strategy, that we share with you, that you'll probably come back and want to work with us or refer your friends and other business owners that could also benefit from that same strategy. And like I said, if you need this option for us to work with you to implement your strategy, we can do that as well. So go ahead and text the word demo to 858-800-4552, and that'll give you the opportunity to kind of see how the automated text message would work and then the process for follow-up there. And you can also get the link to schedule a one-on-one demo or a strategy call. So text the word demo, D-E-M-O. It's not case sensitive, all uppercase, all lowercase, doesn't matter. Text that to 858-800-4552, and then follow the steps there to go ahead and schedule an appointment. Look forward to chatting with you.